everybody. Happy after Turkey Day. So guys are coming down off their trip to MANNHEIM, I'm sure, like I was. So yeah, I want to give a quick shout out, obviously, to Jamal, Jupiter. Thanks so much, man. The show last night, Moonlight Media TV, was great. The interview was great. My first interview with the first chapter of my life as a black rock musician. Thank you so much. That was great, and I'm going to share it with you guys on YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of thing. So again, thanks a lot so much for that. So today I want to have a disclaimer. I want to apologize. This chapter is a little long today. Also I've left out some of the people's names in this to protect their privacy, but just got to do that. Felt like it was necessary to do that. So gonna get on with it. So today is chapter 13, number 13, and the year is 1973. And this chapter is called Mannheim American High School Concert Choir. Poppin' Cherries and the Man with the Hammer. So you guys will understand what's going on with that in just a bit. So, okay, so during that time, 1973 was definitely a career high point for me, living in Germany, obviously, and being part of the Mannheim American High School Choir. The choir director was called Mrs. Shirley Busby, an amazing teacher. She taught me so much about vocal projection, professionalism, and live performance, and just all-around great teacher. Mrs. Busby was also super supportive in my music career, and I remember one of our live concerts that we used to do out of the auditorium. She asked me and this friend of mine, Nancy Young. Hey, Nancy, give you a quick shout out, girl. Nancy Young, to play in between the concerts and one of our breaks. And so we did a Neil Young song called Old Man. Hope you guys remember that. Neil Young, great, guitar songwriter with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young and all that kind of thing. But, Old Man was one of my favorite songs. And so I sang it, and then Nancy did the harmonies, and our harmonies were really, really good. Nancy was, a really great singer, and we blended well, and the audience loved the song. So it went really, really well. That year also I was chosen out of 7, students at Mannheim to be involved in a 5-day music retreat at a town called Berchtesgaden, Germany. And I think it's just outside of Frankfurt. Munich, I believe. I don't remember, but that's somewhere around there. And it was 5 days of incredible camaraderie with the students and everyone. Basically, we rehearsed 8 hours a day, learning and studying classical music, Baroque music, contemporary music styles by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. You guys remember they were really popular songwriter-composers in the 70s. A lot of big hits they had. And the reason for doing this was to produce a concert for the German locals, and we worked for 5 days, Monday through Thursday, and on Friday we give the full concert to the German locals. And that was it was a great time. It was a big party basically, and we were there. No parents. We got to do what we wanted to do, and it was great. So, and that experience was we were 16 years old. That experience was great, and that's an experience I'll never forget because I learned so much about the process of performance and getting ready for a show. Also that year was I met my first girlfriend, and she was in concert choir also, and she was a soprano. And so how this all occurred was that Miss Busby scheduled some little mini concerts for us. And one of the concerts that she did for us was at a local nursing home. And so I never forget this little story, a little sidebar story. So we were doing the warm-ups and everything, and the oohs and ahs and mama me moo, that kind of stuff. And this elderly woman stands up. She says, "Oh my God, that's awful!" So she thought we were warming up. She thought we were actually singing, but we were warming up. So I thought that was that was pretty good. We all just laughed and everything, so it was pretty funny. So that concert that day was an early evening concert, and so after the concert was over, they had a bus and they were going to take us back to the school. So my potential girlfriend and we already had this vibe going already, and so we decided to sit next to each other on the bus for the trip home. So let's say that trip home was a little, was X-rated. Let's just say that, and we both sat in the back of the bus, and I let you guys figure it out, pretty much what happened. And in fact, it was such a good time that that point we were definitely girlfriend and boyfriend. So, and also at that time, at 16 years old, I was technically a virgin, and I'm happy to say that she was much more experienced than I was. So, thank God. One day during school, she invited me up to her house, for lunch. It was really romantic and everything. So after lunch, we sat in the living room, and she put on a record by the Supremes, and we hugged and kissed and everything, and pretty much you can figure out the rest, like booyah. So a question I have for you guys. So this is a question for all of you. Have any of you ever been caught with your boyfriend or girlfriend having sex? I know it's kind of a heated question, but hey, get back to me. You guys want to shoot me a thing on Facebook and or on the YouTube side. Just say if you ever have. If you haven't, that's cool. But yeah, just posing a question for you. So here's a story about that. Okay, for me. So my current girlfriend, again, this is about my current girlfriend. We were going to meet her house one day during a football game, right? So let's go to your house, and for some happy time. And so we left from school and went to her house, and her parents were gone, so we had the whole house to ourselves, right? So I'm thinking, no big rush, right? Just kind of chill and just have a good time and talk and everything. So I went into her bedroom, and she goes into the bathroom to get ready, right? So you got to picture this. Okay, here we go. So I'm laying in bed under the covers, and my girlfriend is in the bathroom, getting ready. So I'm sitting there, my hands back behind my head, just kind of chilling, right? And so I'm laying there, and all of a sudden I hear the front door open, right? And all of a sudden her father walks by the room, because the door was open. And the father walks by the room, right? And he sees me, and so he keeps going, and he goes into the bathroom where my girlfriend is, right? And all of a sudden I hear her say, "But Daddy, I love him." So I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. So they both come out of the bathroom, right, at the same time, and her father looks at me and says, "Okay, you get dressed," right? So So what do you think I'm thinking at that moment, right? I'm going, oh shit, man, this is gonna be bad. So I get dressed, and I meet them at the kitchen table, right? So we all sat around the kitchen table and talked about love and life, and all different kinds of stuff. And so luckily, I was so lucky. It was a very mature and civil conversation. The guy was great. He was a great father. And so after the conversation, we all went back to the game. And so it was funny. We were all walking out of the house, right, or the apartment. And so we all walk out, and so he's waiting there. He's waiting for us to go out first. So I leave. My girlfriend leaves, and then he leaves afterwards. And so that was a crazy day. So just got one other quick story for you guys. So this is the drug story. So one day at school, this is another school day thing. One day at school, I'm walking down the hall, right? And so just minding my own business, when all of a sudden I had two friends of mine, Kathy and Gisela, grab me by the coat and pull me into the girls' bathroom, right? And luckily there wasn't anyone in there, so that was cool. And so they said to me, you got to try this, right? And so I'm like, what is it? And they said, just never mind. just take the plastic bag, put it over your nose and your mouth, and just breathe in really deep. Now keep in mind this plastic, it's a clear plastic baggie, and it has some clear liquid in the bottom of the plastic bag, and it had a little white napkin inside the plastic bag to kind of, keep the liquid in there. Okay, and they just said, just put it over your face, keep breathing until you hear the man with the hammer. Okay, I'm going, okay, whatever. So as requested, and I put it over my nose and my mouth, and I started, breathing in real nice and deep, right? And I had the bag over my face for about 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, and I started feeling a little dizzy, and then all of a sudden I hear this clanging sound, like ding 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 ding, like that. I'm going like, oh my, thought myself, oh shit, that's the man with the hammer. So I take the bag off, right, and I felt kind of really high for about half an hour, maybe half an hour to an hour. And I thought, okay, that was over. But then later on in the day, about 5 hours later, I got a little dizzy again. And but then, after a certain amount of time, like, another 10 or 15 minutes, it went away. So that was pretty scary. So the next day I found the girls, and I said, what the fuck was that in the plastic bag you guys, you gave me yesterday? They said, oh, it's Renew's Spot Remover. Thinking back, oh God, that was not one of the smartest things I've ever done in my life. So luckily, people, I'm still here. So, knock on Formica, right? I'm still here, and I survived another drug story. So anyway, folks, that is it for today. Thanks for hanging in with me. I hope you found the chapter interesting. And again, thank you guys so much. Don't forget today, Peeps of the Week. I got a whole list of people. And also, I did start special Peeps of the Week. So I have a special Peeps of the Week person there at the end. So, I'm just going to put the regular Peeps of the Week. And also, every week there's going to be a special Peeps of the Week. So check it out. Tune in. And guys, have a great Turkey Day weekend. And have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.